What's good, YouTube? It's your boy, Luvseat Shawty, coming at y'all with another video today, man. We got some things to discuss, man. But before I get into that, how y'all feeling, man? Y'all feeling all right? Me, feeling good, feeling great, feeling good. How are you? I feel really energized these days because I just came back from one of the greatest experiences of my life, that is GDC 2024. So glad that I got to come out there and experience everything, man. It's nothing like I've ever seen before. Shout out to my man Drazah, man. You know what I'm saying? My man's worked for the company. I never knew all of these years my man worked for the company, but you know, sometimes you lose touch with your friends and you don't even know what's going on with them until you know what's going on with them, man. So yeah, my man's been working for them for years, and you know, he pulled some strings, and hey, they pulled out the red carpet. They rolled out the red carpet for me, man. They flew me out there, man. I got flued out, and it was dope, man. It was so dope, man. I really appreciate him for getting me out there, giving me such an opportunity to spread my wings and you know what I'm saying, experience something that I never experienced before. I never flew before. This is my first time flying, first time being to San Francisco, first time being to the West Coast, period, which is crazy. You know what I'm saying? I was a truck driver for 5 years. 1 year over the road. Of course, my first year, you got to get that 1 year over the road. And yeah, I've been to every state basically on the eastern half of the country, but I've never been to the West Coast, man. And it was different. It's so different there. Like it was crazy because I went from it being hot as hell in Florida, because it's spring around here. Like it was literally spring break when I left. It was hot as hell here. I go over there and it's freezing, you know, compared to Florida. You know, it wasn't freezing, but to me it was freezing, and it didn't help that I caught a cold just the day before I left, man, thanks to all this pollen that's out here, bro. Like it's really spring out here in these streets. But yeah, so my first time flying, I was not scared. Okay, I was not scared. I was nervous though. I was nervous, and nervous as in, it's not often that my life is in somebody else's hands. I really don't like the feeling of that. But nah, flying was cool, man. Like I say, like the first takeoff, the first takeoff was crazy for me, man, because yeah, I'm just like, I don't know what to expect. Like I'm not super into roller coasters, but I do like roller coasters. You know, I haven't been on many roller coasters in my life, but it was pretty comparable to a roller coaster. You know what I'm saying? It was just the only thing that was kind of nerve-wracking for me was just the turbulence. You know, going up, and then I'm thinking like, oh, this is just like a roller coaster ride, and then I'm looking, and it's like, I'm looking out the window. I'm like, bro, ain't nothing up under us, bro. And I feel the plane going down, free falling for just a quick second. And I'm like, dog, ain't nothing under us, bro. Because I'm expecting to go down. It feel like going up a hill, and I'm like, hey, eventually we got to go down. But every time it started to go down, I'm just like, dude, like ain't nothing up under us right now, man. But it was so dope, man, being able to see the world from the sky, man. Like it was just a different perspective, man. It's like, it's so weird because all I could think of is like, why is the land so perfectly sectioned off? Like everything is like in perfect squares. It's so crazy because it looks like being in a video game, because when you start off a video game project, you got that blank project. It's this blank world, and it's got a grid on it where you can build upon. And yes, it looked like I was on top of a grid in a video game. Like it was so surreal, man. I would say it was so dope because I came into San Francisco at night, and the view, man, the view was so crazy because it was like, as we was approaching the landing strip, like you could literally see the shape of California by the lights. It was so dope. I was like, dog, that's how it looks on the map. Like, I'm literally looking at Google Maps in real time right now. It was so crazy. So yeah, man, I'm so glad that I got to experience that, man. I don't know how much flying I'm gonna be doing, but nah, I definitely wanna I definitely want to do some more flying, man. Just because it was dope, man. You know what I'm saying? Walking through the airport with my jumpsuit on, my track suit, looking clean and comfortable, feeling good. Yeah, man, it was dope, man. I felt like a boss. And of course, when I got there, my man Josiah had to show me around, man. He took me everywhere, bro. Like, I ain't never did that much walking in my life. But it was crazy, man, because like Jacksonville is like mostly flat land, but like San Francisco, it's like hill after hill after hill, bro. Like, I was huffing and puffing. It was a real workout, man. But you know, I say by the third day of walking like that, man, I was good though, but I was sore. I was sore for a little while, man. But you know, I got back used to it. He took me around town, you know, took me out for drinks one night, man. It was real dope, man. He took me to this real dope spot. It was a rooftop bar, and it was like the second tallest building in the city, bro. And it was like we just looking down over the whole city. It was almost like being in a plane for real. And man, it was crazy. But I think the best part of that night is the fact that he ran into one of his colleagues, and Bryant Francis, which is, hold on, let me look at his card right here. He's the senior editor for GameDeveloper.com, and we got into this just deep conversation about Bloody Knuckles, man, and like he was so intrigued by it, man, and it felt so good to just be able to talk my shit and it be appreciated in real time from somebody who's dead ass in the industry. That was so dope, man. He gave me so much encouragement, gave me a lot of good things, a lot of good homework that I gotta start working on soon. It was really dope, man. You know what I'm saying? And I definitely reached out to him because he has a connection for me, and yeah, hopefully I hear back from him soon. You know, I hear about this stuff all the time where like these businessmen, they get together and they do business deals in strip clubs or whatever. Like, they not even worried about the girls. It's just they're there for the atmosphere, but they really in there talking business. And that's, yeah, it was kind of on that vibe. Everybody else was around us. They was partying and having a good time doing whatever they was doing, and we was literally sitting there by the window having drinks, talking business, talking the future of Bloody Knuckles, man. And it ain't nothing like it, bro. It ain't nothing like it. I can't get enough of it. I need more of that, man. I need more. So getting into the GDC event itself, I made a lot of good connections, really good, solid connections. I met a lot of 3D artists, man. I think I met at least 7 3D artists, dude. You know, because that was the main reason that I was there, because yeah, I realized through my studies, going through trying to learn how to do 3D artistry, it's something that I'm definitely interested in, but I'm not gonna hone that. Like, I'm not gonna hone that quickly as I did programming. Programming is my stick, and definitely animation. I've definitely become to be a talented animator, so I'm gonna stick with that, and I'm gonna really hone in on that and try to be the best animator that I can. So it would be nice to have a lot of guys around me that can make these beautiful character models so that I could just animate them boys. I could bring them boys to life, man. So yeah, I met a lot of good 3D artists. I even met some solo devs like myself, man. I thought I was the only one out here, bro, but like, it's really lone wolves out here, man. Like, guys like my man Arya Mojave, you know what I'm saying? He's got a dope game that I just found on Steam called Elon Plug, and based on that game, this guy might be the one that helps me out with my rope mechanics. I'm definitely going to experiment with that game, and if I get a chance, I'm going to pick his brain, bro, because at the end of the day, that's what I came for. I came to meet 3D artists. I came to meet other guys that do the same thing that I do, that can give me tips, that can kind of walk me through things that I haven't experienced yet. We gonna see. Hopefully I get the link back up with him. You know, he's a very cool dude. We had a very good conversation. He actually actually got his hands on Bloody Knuckles, the new version too. He got to play the version that y'all ain't played yet. You know, I got to put that in the hands of quite a few people. I would say, you know, like a handful of people. But yeah, man, everybody was with it. Everybody liked it. Everybody was like, damn, man, like you got something here, man. And it was dope. It was dope to get that from fellow developers. You know what I'm saying? It's easier to get it from you know, the fans, the gamers. That's one thing. But like when you getting it from guys that can do the same thing that you can do, it's really dope. It's really dope. It was so crazy too, because I met him in a really in-depth talk, man. Like this was probably the best talk of the whole event, man, in my opinion. Like there's a guy talking about Steam secrets, right? We're sitting there and we're like listening to this guy who's high octane, and he's like really going in about how to tap into this Steam algorithm, and he's like a wizard when it comes to this stuff, man. We gotta get into that, bro, because yeah, I'm fixing to get up under that dude's wing, man. But like even with that being said, like as we're listening to this guy, the guy that's sitting in between us literally works for EA Sports. Like he's a designer for Madden, dude. You know what I'm saying? I got some great insight from him. I learned some things that I did not know. One nugget of information that you guys probably may have, you know, probably thought of, but I never thought about this. But like for guys like me who miss games like NFL Street, and it's like, damn, when you gonna bring back some of the wacky arcadey football type of games? And you know, he let me in on a little secret that, hey, because of that contract that EA has with the NFL, they are legally obligated to make that game a simulator. Like they're not even allowed to do no funky, crazy, wacky shit like that. So that's crazy. So hey, now I know that if I want to do that, hey, I'm free to do whatever I need to do. Like, so hey, you never know. Don't be surprised if I come out with another NFL Street. It just, maybe it'll be UFL Street. You know what I'm saying? I also made another connection with a solo dev, and you know, me and him, like I really hope to hear from this guy too, man, because we're one and the same. We're one and the same. Like his story is very similar to mine. He dropped his own games he got one called The Falconeer, and yeah, he was inspired by the death of his dad, just like me. You know, it was a little bit different than my situation, but yeah, man, like, you know, when I shared that little piece with him, that yeah, you know, my dad died in the midst of this game development shit too, like, man, like we had to hug it out on that one, dog. We had to hug it out on that one. But it was like, yo, it's so crazy because like people really go through shit, bro. But it's like it's really about what you gonna do with that, man. Like, what are you gonna turn that energy to, man? And he's turned that shit into his own development career, indie developer, just like how I want to be, man. Like when he gave that talk and he told his experience, I was like, no, that's the guy that I need to talk to. I gotta talk to this guy. I gotta see, how did you do it? How did you stay locked in all of that time? And yeah, he was a cool dude, man. Really cool dude, man. He made time to talk to everybody afterwards. I mean, like I actually missed out on the next talk that I was gonna go to just to soak up what he had to say, bro. So shout out to Thomas Soller, man. And this interaction right here was so crazy, bro. Like I had no idea this was gonna happen. It was one in a million, bro. I cannot believe it, man. It was so crazy because when I touched down in San Francisco, dog, I hit up Fanatical. I was like, hey, bro, you wouldn't happen to be out here, would you? Because it's like, dog, that'd be crazy if I could run into my dog. But you know, he was out doing some real boxing work. He was out going to some boxing shit. So hey, my man's out here in these streets, man. But it was so crazy, bro, because like we was coming from a talk, and I was going down the escalator to go get me. Well, I think I was going to get something to drink or something, dog. Like I was just, you know, getting ready to get something to drink, go to my next talk. And as soon as I come down the escalator, I just look to my left, and lo and behold, I just see a dude sitting there with a Undisputed hoodie on, or Undisputed sweatshirt. And I'm like, Nah, bro. No, it ain't a representative from Undisputed here right now. And yes, it was Asad Habib. It was Ash's brother, the co-founder, bro. It was so crazy, bro. I was like, it was crazy because I was kind of nervous to walk up to him because it was like, damn, I don't even know if they like me over there. Like, I don't know how they feel about me. You know what I'm saying? It was like, he ain't know who I was at first, but then when I kind of explained who I was and like, yeah, man, I'm friends with Fanatical, friends with J Ship, he was like, oh yeah, you Luvseat, shawty, I know you, man. You making that boxing game. That's a great game. Like, man, he was cool. He was cool, man. I'm so glad that I got to talk to him, because it's like, you just never know somebody until you really meet them in person. Though you can think whatever you want to think about how they present themselves online, and you know how they just act when they on a video, dog. But it's never the same, bro. Like, nah, he was real cool. Like, it wasn't no beef, it wasn't nothing. He was encouraging me. Like, look, man, like, it's plenty of room for all of us in the boxing game industry, man. Like, we just sparking it up, man. So it was like, it was really dope, man. We made that connection. I definitely got his contact information, you know what I'm saying? You know, you never know what's to come of that, but you know, I'm glad I got to meet him though. I'm glad I got to meet him, you know what I'm saying? We definitely had to snap a picture together, you know what I'm saying? It was a really cool guy, real down to earth, very encouraging. He definitely sparked some shit in my heart, for real, you know what I'm saying? Just because it's inspiring how they started it. It's inspiring how they started from nothing, just like me, and look at them now, bro. Look at them now, and they working on big shit. I can't even tell you about it. You just had to see, man. But it's yeah. But outside of the connections that I made, bro, it was very educational. Like I said, I never heard of GDC before my managers brought it to me. I never knew what it was about. I thought it was like, you know, one of those games con or something. People was gonna be cosplaying. Wasn't nothing like that. Like, it was all business. It was people out there in the industry out here trying to get to it, whether that be trying to meet with publishers, trying to get their games off the ground, trying to promote their games through a demo booth or whatever, which is definitely a goal of mine now, man. I seen they had booths out there where people were just playing demos of games that are about to come out or games that just came out. Yeah, I definitely gotta get a booth. I want to create some chaos at the next GDC. I ain't gonna lie, dog, because while everybody had these little single player setups, dog, they better not let me find out that I can get a multiplayer setup. Like, if they let me set up a multiplayer demo, I'm gonna call some. Oh my god, it's gonna be dope, dog. Like, I don't even now. The thing about those booths is that the devs weren't there at the booths to talk you through the game, and you know, so you can ask them questions. That was a part that I was really disappointed in. So it's like, yeah, if I was to get that opportunity and they say that, you know, you can't hang out around there, or, you know, you're not supposed to hang out around there, it's like, dog, I am going to be lurking like a fly on the wall. Like, dog, I want to see. I'm going to be secretly recording them boys going crazy, because I just get the feeling that I just got one of those type of games that's just gonna cause a whole lot of chaos when two people start scrapping, dog. You know what I'm saying? It's gonna be like being at a Tekken tournament, for real. But like I said, it was very educational, man. I attended some really good presentations, man. I attended a presentation that was all about how they did the AI movement in the Suicide Squad game, showing how you create behavior in an AI instead of rules. It was like, damn, it's crazy. That AI stuff goes deep, and I really got intrigued by that, and it's kind of rerouted my mind of how I'm going to be working on my AI and building him up over time. I got to sit in on a presentation that was from Unity themselves, man, and they were talking about how to set up online multiplayer, and you know, based on what they showed me, which, you know, it ain't really nothing that I haven't seen before. I've seen YouTube videos of people setting up online games. It really don't seem like nothing too hard. It's just that, you know, I gotta get my local multiplayer thing set up, and then once I get that thing completely set up, all I got to do is just kind of plug it into that online system, and we can get a little peer-to-peer thing going on, you know what I'm saying? But Yeah, definitely good insight on how to optimize. I was looking for that word. Yeah, how to optimize it to where y'all are going to get the best experience. So yeah, definitely good to get it directly from the horse's mouth, man. I attended another one that was also talking about multiplayer, but in a sort of different light. So this presentation was about how they were able to get 10,000 users in one server, and it was for a concert. And it was so crazy, like all of the optimizations they had to do to try to make it a good experience for everybody, to where it could be just like attending a concert, where it's like, you know, you hanging out with your friends, and everybody that's in your little friend group, they render as full characters, but everybody else in the crowd is just kind of like, you know, little avatar thingies or whatever. They're not fully fleshed out characters. And you know, to the naked eye, that may look like, oh well, that's poorly done, you know, that's lazy. But nah, when you bring it all in perspective, when you go into a concert or you go into an event with your friends, it sort of is like that. Like, you worried about you and your friends, and everybody else is kind of like NPCs. Like, you're not paying attention to them like that. You don't know them. So yeah, it was so dope, just them running through the thought process of the things that they had to do, the steps that they had to take to make it to where they could run this system with this many users in there without it taking up too much information and, you know, burning too much RAM and all of that good shit, man. And it was like, damn, like, y'all are really laying out the blueprint of how I can do something like that. Cause, you know, I had the idea of like doing some kind of sort of concert type things in Bloody Knuckles at some point, you know what I'm saying? It was you know, inspired off of that Phil Collins concert in Grand Theft Auto Vice City for my 90s babies. I know y'all remember that, but that was crazy, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, the sky's the limit, bro. Like, I got so many ideas now. I got so much inspiration. I don't know what I'm gonna put in this game at this point, bro. The possibilities are endless. Even when I was talking to Bryant that night when we was having drinks, like, he was throwing ideas at me just based on the environment that we was in, and I'm like, damn, that's dope as hell, bro. Like, you about to have me working on one game forever, bro. Like this might end up being the GTA of boxing games for real, dog. Like, another crazy thing too, I actually got to go to an award show, bro. It's the first time I ever been to any award show ever. It was like being at the BET Awards, but for games, dog. Like, I was at the Grammys of video games. Like, it was so crazy, man. Just being in the building, seeing all the lights and the production and the cameras all on the dollies and all of that. It was so dope. I'm like, bro, I'm in the building, man, and all I'm seeing is that, like, all they're doing is just celebrating the excellence of game developers who really put that work in to try to make just these amazing experiences for gamers, man. And it was so humbling, because a lot of those guys that were winning were guys that were actually talking with us, like the guys that were doing presentations with us with their own room, like they were receiving awards, you know what I'm saying? Like, more specifically, like the guy that developed that game, Vimba, I believe it is. I never played the game, but like, I remember sitting in on his talk, and he was so passionate about, you know, putting that game together with the you know, the sense of family and, you know, family recipes and things like that. It's a cooking game, and, you know, one of the most common reviews that he got on that game is that, like, everybody who played that game just felt the need to call their mom at the end of it. It's like, I just like calling my mom, like. And he won a lot of awards, man, and it was so dope, because I was like, dude, I was just like 10 feet from this guy, and he was just explaining how he made the game and everything that he experienced making the game and everything that he wanted to put into it. And now he's like on stage getting love, like mad love for it. And I was like, dude, I know that feels so good. I want to experience that, man. I want a video game award. You know what I'm saying? Like, and of course, we don't come into it for that. You know what I'm saying? It's never been about that, but it's like, man, all the times that I've like grown up watching the BET Awards or watching Grammys and stuff like that, and it's like, damn, like I wonder what it would be like to be one of those guys that win Grammys. And it's like, now I look at this and it's like, I actually got a chance at this. Like, I'm in here, I'm in the building, I do the same thing these guys do, and I'm just as passionate as them. Like, you never know, I could be on that stage, bro. Like, that's so crazy, man. Even going back to this whole experience, man, I feel like I owe something. I feel like I owe a lot back to GDC, period, after leaving that, because that's all this was. Like, these are developers, these are success stories, these are guys that are in the industry doing their thing. They have been doing their thing for long periods of time, and they're giving back to the community. They're giving the knowledge back, and that's something that's near and dear to my heart, because these days, like, I'm really starting to come to grips with the fact that I'm getting older. You know, 33 is pretty young, but like, no, it ain't at the same time. You know what I'm saying? Like, I've been looking at all of these interviews, like with Club Shay Shay, and you know, I'm noticing that like all of the celebrities, all of the comedians and stuff that I used to love watching growing up, like, they all old and gray now. It's like, yeah, they about to be out the building soon. You know what I'm saying? They about to be chilling, you know, just taking care of their grandkids, putting the next young guys on. And it's like, yeah, like, it's my time. Like, my generation, the millennials, it's our time. Like, we the uncles. We the uncles, we the aunties, we the OGs now. We are really getting to that OG status, man. And it's like, yeah, man, I would love to give back, man. This is definitely a goal of mine. Whenever I do drop the game, you know, and I get everything fleshed out, I would very much love to come back to GDC as a speaker, to, you know, talk about my experiences in developing the game, and encourage a lot of these game developers that are just starting out. Because I mean, you had people from all walks of life. You had students that were like literally in college looking for a job or just looking to get some insight. You had people that have been in the industry for years. They're execs, they're like senior animators, you name it. Like, they're really in here. Like, and then you got guys like me who are just indie game developers, and it was just, everybody was there to just collab and soak up the knowledge, bro. And it's like, nah, man, I owe so much. I just want to give back to that whole environment, that whole system, bro. Like, that's what this is for, bro. We supposed to lean on each other. You know, one of the things that I really didn't like, that I was hearing a lot, you know, a lot of these developers, like, a lot of people are getting laid off. Like, it's really a little bit of an epidemic going on there. And it's like, damn, like, I'm coming into this industry in a unorthodox fashion, but I'm kind of doing it right at this time based on what's going on. If people are getting laid off like that, it's like, dog, I know what it feels like to be laid off. I got laid off when I was a trucker. You know what I'm saying? Like, it ain't nothing like imagine coming back from your vacation to find out, hey, bro, you got to find a new job in about 2 weeks. Like, it's crazy, man. And yeah, I ain't gonna say a lot, but a few of the people that I connected with, yeah, they were victims of being laid off from those jobs, and they're dope. Like, they're dope, man. And it's like, man, I think I could really shake things up. I really think I can shake things up with the way that I'm coming into this thing, because I'm coming into this not even worried about getting in cahoots with a publisher. Like, having a publisher would be amazing, but I came into this thing with the mindset of, like, I'm just gonna do it on my own. I'm gonna self-publish. Like, I'm not finna beg nobody for nothing. I'm not finna try to impress nobody. I'm done. I'm done trying to get jobs from people or get people to want to rock with me, bro. It's like you either rock with me or you don't. And I think that if I bring that energy into the gaming industry and show these other guys that it's okay to do that, and we can actually sustain ourselves doing that, then man, we finna take the power back. Y'all ain't laying off nothing, bro. We got our own stuff going on, bro. Like I'm really trying to create a culture of contractors in this industry, bro, because that's my mindset now. Being a Lyft driver, Uber driver for so long, bro, I'm used to being a business owner / contractor, bro, and I feel like you should be able to move like that in every aspect of life when it comes to making money, when it comes to your craft. If you want to be a contractor, like, bro, it's so empowering to be a contractor, bro. It really is. Because, hey, if the money ain't right, bro, I'm walking. If the money ain't right, I'm walking, bro. We can talk about it. We can negotiate, man. But, like, man, when you can negotiate, man, it really changes the game. It really changes how people look at you. It changes how people talk to you, man. Like, you really get to handle yourself with a sense of power. And that's something that I would love to spread within this industry if people are really getting laid off like that. And with all that being said, bro, I think the biggest takeaway that I had from this entire experience is that, dog, it was so nice to finally be talking amongst people that actually know what the fuck I'm talking about for a change. Like, real talk, bro, because, like, yeah, I mean, making the dev vlogs is cool. I love making my dev vlogs. I love riling up the crowd, letting y'all know what dope features is coming next. But let's face it, bro, when I get into my geek shit, a lot of y'all don't know what the hell I be talking about, you know, but I still do it because that's just me. That's my way of just, you know, talking my shit, letting you know that, like, nah, I'm not pump faking, dog. I really know what I'm talking about. Like, I'm really in the lab and I'm really doing this, and you can do it too, you know, because a lot of times we don't have examples. We don't have those examples that make us feel like we can do it too. You know what I'm saying? I didn't see a whole lot of black people out there. You know what I'm saying? That was disappointing. I mean, there were black people out there, of course, but, like, even then, they weren't like me. Like, they weren't like kind of, you know, hood. I ain't no hood nigga, but you know, I got the hood in me, bro. Like I say nigga shit is universal amongst all black people. Even if they act kind of white, bro. Like, they know the same movies, they know the same jokes, we laugh at the same shit, we still got the same kind of cousins. Like, it's all universal, man. But yeah, man, I just wanna be that example, dog. Like, I just want people to know, like, hey, bro, even though I'm on some geek shit right now, like, I don't mind talking about it. I can put it in the layman's terms, and we could just make fun out of it, dog. It ain't that serious. This stuff is not. It's not that hard. It's very tedious, but it's really not that hard if you really want to do it, bro. So go for it, you know what I'm saying? Because I would love to see more guys like me out here doing this. I would love to see more guys like us in the industry, you know, making video games instead of, you know, being the ones that's playing video games all the time. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, that was the biggest takeaway, man. It was just so dope, man, just to be able to talk to people that know what I'm talking about for a change, man, and we can actually bounce off of each other, because I don't get that a lot, man, and it gets lonely sometimes. It really does, because, you know, I can get stuck on certain things, and I be wanting so bad to just reach out to somebody and be like, hey, what would you do in this situation, or what have you done when you've encountered this situation? And I don't have that, but I have that now. Man. I made great connections. We all locked in on LinkedIn and all of that stuff, man. And we're gonna support each other. I want to support these guys, and hopefully they support me too. Hopefully we can work together and do amazing things. And hey, man, we gonna change the industry, dog. We gonna change the industry, man. But yeah, that's about it, man. I'm gonna get up out of here, bro. It's getting late, man. So yeah, I appreciate y'all boys for coming through, man. Make sure you hit the like button on your way out. And yeah, we gonna get back to business as usual, man. Beefing with Luvseat on Tuesdays, 8 o'clock Eastern Standard Time, man. We playing Drug Dealer Simulator, dog. Like we getting into all of the inappropriateness, dog. We wanna show love to all of the game developers that just decide to push the limit and be like, no, I'm going there. I'm totally going there with this game, and I dare you to say something about it, bro. Let's go. I love it. I love that energy, man. But I love y'all boys, man. I'll see y'all in the next one.